Hello, my name is Tekla Patton. I'm one of the student advisors here at SJVC-Online for the Student Services Department. I'm going to be going over an APA workshop. Now, if you do need any further assistance or information, you can call 1-877-367-7582 extension 22097 for a 30-minute session with your student advisor. I'd like to thank a couple instructors, Melissa Brewer and Jennifer Rochelle, for helping us with an APA standard document for students. And also this workshop will be going over your APA standards, basically the what, why, where, when, and how you'll be using APA format. So when do you use APA format? So all disciplines at SJVC, general education programs, and core classes must impose an APA standard on all academic documents. Those documents for your classes would include your research papers, your projects, your essay, narrative, films, speeches, anything that requires research must include an in-text citation within the body of the paper and a reference page at the end. So anytime you're doing a written assignment, even if it's not a research paper, you still have your cover paper or your cover page. And if it is a research paper, you should have your cover page and your reference page with your in-text citation. And we're going to be going over your cover page, in-text citation, and your reference page. So if it is not an original thought, it must be cited. So if it did not come from your brain, it must be cited. So we're going to go over a little bit on the format. So preparing a Word document to get started in writing. So before you even start writing your paper, you need to make sure your format is good to go. So in your format, it must be a typed paper. You're an online student, so it has to be typed and uploaded to your course, to any Dropbox. Your margins, your header should be about an inch, half an inch, and your right and left footers should be about an inch. Your font should be a 12-point size font, Times New Roman, double spaced, indent new paragraphs, using your tab key, left justified text, and I will show you how to do that. So we wanted usually your margins are usually set to an inch on left and right, but the font and the spacing is what is not set for your paper. So you want to go to your font right here, and you're going to hit this dialog box, and this dialog box you want to go to Times New Roman, and basically I just typed in Times and click on Times New Roman, regular 12 fonts. Now to set this so it's always set to Times New Roman, you're going to set as default all documents and click OK. So now every time you open a Word document, it's always going to be set to Times New Roman 12. Now to set your spacing, your line spacing is always single space when you first open your document until you go in and change it. So again, you're going to go to double, set as default, all documents. Okay, remember these little dialog boxes down here, they can come in handy. So, and in your paragraph you have your align text left, center, align text right, and justified. So you want to make sure it's on align text left, because that means you're going to start writing on the left hand side of your paper. Okay. Now, continuing with formatting, you're going to always start with a title page or cover page. It can be called two different things, title page or cover page. In your title page, you need to have the title of your paper, your name, the class name, your instructor, and I like to add in the school, but you don't have to, and then the date. And this must be centered on the page. Also on your cover page, you need a running head, and in your running head, it needs to be a title and the page number. First 2 to 3 words of the title in caps. And so it's going to be a shortened version of your title. So if you were doing Unit 1 written assignment was your title, in your header it would just say Unit 1 in all caps. So let me show you how to, or actually we'll keep going, sorry. So in your essay, you want to make sure you have an introduction, body paragraphs, at least 3 body paragraphs or more, and a conclusion. And these need to include a thesis statement, topic sentences, and make sure you note that paragraphs are usually 6 to 10 sentences long. Now a header. So you're going to have that header, like I said, and your shortened title. And this is what it should be on the first page, and this is what it should look like on the second page. So you're going to open a Word document, click on Insert, and you may want to write this down, but I'm going to show you as well. So open a Word document and click on Insert. Click on the header and choose Blank. Under the Design tab, click Different First Page. Click Page Number and choose Top of Page, Plain Number 1. Type in Running Head in the title in front of the 1. Press your Tab button 2 times. Okay, so let me get my Word document. So we want to open our Word document, Insert, click on Header, Blank, click on Different First Page, Different First Page, Number, Page number, right? Page number, top, plain number 1, type in running head, colon, and we're going to do Unit 1. Remember, Unit 1 is capitalized. And your tab key on your keyboard, which is above your cap locks, 2 times, 1, 2. And close. So that would be your running head, your header. So now we want to do the title page. So you're going to click Center, because that should be centered, and you want your title. So Unit 1 Written Assignment. Your name, the course, HTH 107, and you can put any course abbreviation, whatever course you're enrolled in. So COM 101, HTH 107, and then your instructor's name. And again, I like to put the school. You don't need to, because obviously we know where you're going. And then the date. The date should be spelled out, so it should be December 23rd, 2013. And this would be your cover page. You want to hit Enter one more time and put it back on left, aligned left. And we're going to insert our page break and head, Unit 1. Close. And now this should show up every time. Remember to indent, so you're going to use that tab button again. Tab, and then you can start your paper. And now every time once you're done with a paragraph and hit enter, always remember to tab again. Now, so this would be your cover page. And remember, you need to have that cover page on every paper that you turn in. Ways to avoid plagiarism. Make sure you have in-text parentheses, citations, and a reference page. So you're paraphrasing and you're having those within your body paragraphs. So to avoid plagiarism, you must give credit, cite your sources whenever you use them. So any person's ideas or opinions, any facts, statistics, graphs, pictures, any pieces of information that did not come of your own common knowledge, quotations of another person's actual spoken or written words, or paraphrase another person's spoken or written words. So if it is not your common knowledge, you need to cite those sources. It's kind of like stealing candy from a store. You know, it's not yours. You need to pay for it. So you need to give those authors credit for doing that work. So make sure to paraphrase, have that in-text citation. An example of in-text citation. So you have your APA requirement for an internet source. You would have the author's last name and the publication year, or the title of the article if you don't know the author's name, and the publication year. So these are a couple examples. So parentheses, author's last name, comma, year. And if you don't know the author's name, you put the article title, comma, year. Now, these years, they're a little far back. You want to make sure you're finding resource not over 3 years old. Sometimes your instructors may ask you for recent articles. So always a rule of thumb, try not to go any further than 3 years. So your reference page should be an alphabetical listing of a cited resource within a paper. It's found at the end of your article or the end of your paper. Now make sure your resource must be credible. So no Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a good website. It's a good website, but anyone can go in and adjust that website. So, you know, my mother could go in there and put something in for a definition, and it may be totally correct, it may be totally wrong, but anybody can go in and adjust it. So make sure you want to use credible sources. We give you a website called Learn, L-I-R-N. It's on your course homepage in your courses, and there's a code to get in, and it has a lot of databases with articles, periodicals related to, you know, the medical, business, human resources, and construction fields. So you want to make sure you're using that Learn website. Also, like blogs like ask.com, probably not a good website as well to use as a resource. So nothing with blogs as well. Example of a reference page. So this is how you would be citing your work. And also there's examples of these in your quick access book that you were given in your first shipment. It's a little book. Quick access is a bunch of tabs. I believe tab 7 will be the APA tab. So you would have the author's first name, comma, their first initial, period, parentheses, the year it was published, period, the title, period. And this looks like it's a website, so it's probably the web page and the title of the web page, and then the actual page, and then where you retrieved it. You must have the full excuse me, let's go back. You must have the full web address. If you don't have the full web address, it will not be a credible source. So have the full web address, and that way your teachers can go in and look at that web address. So have that full web address. Online articles, if all information is available. Again, last name, first name, year published, title, name of database, and where it was retrieved. If there's no author, you're going to do the title, the year it was published, the database, and where it was retrieved. If there's no date, you can put ND in the year. If it was a book, you're going to have the author's last name, the author's first name, year it was published, the title, place it was published, and the name of the publisher. Now, that quick access will tell you how to do this if there's 2 authors, 3 authors, more than 7 authors, how to cite that book. So make sure you're using that quick access page, or quick access book. If you don't have that book, contact your student advisor or the bookstore, and they will get you a book sent out to you. So now I want to show you how to enter in some references to your paper using Word, because Word can do it for you. So a reference tab, and you're going to insert citation, adding new source. Create source box will open and fill in the information that you know about the course or about the book. Copy and paste the URL directly from the website. Don't type in by hand. Again, must be directly from the website. So you're going to go to the reference tab. You're going to put your cursor where you want your in-text citation. So add new source, and we're going to do a book, and I'm the author of this book, Chocolate Patent. The title of this book is Medical Resources. It was published in 2013 in New York by and you're going to click OK, and it cites it for you. And once you go throughout the paper and cite those citations, then you can go to your reference page, and you would give your reference page a title, and you would insert bibliography. And there's my book. Now you wouldn't want to insert your bibliography until you have all your sites cited in there. So let's do another one. Let's do a web address. So we're going to reference, insert, add new, and we're going to do, scroll down, we're going to do a website. Now again, I'll be the author of this. Well, let's put Joe Smith. And our web page is SJVC-Online. Our website is resource, and again, I'm just filling this in. Our year, 2013. Now for the URL, what we're going to do here is you're going to need to open up your internet. Now you need to come up to your address bar. You're going to click on your address bar, highlight everything, right click, copy, go back to your document, and right click, paste. And this way you get the entire URL. You need that entire address, and click OK. And see, it does your in-text citation for you. Now we're going to come down here. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to insert my bibliography again. And it inserts both of them in alphabetical order. Okay, so this would be your reference page. Okay, no exceptions. According to the SJVC policy, all research papers must include a reference page and citations, or they will be given a 0. Failure to provide citations and reference page is considered plagiarism and academic fraud. The case should be referred to the Dean of Student Services, and disciplinary actions will be taken. So make sure you do not plagiarize. Make sure you're citing that work. Hopefully this video has helped you to cite those citations. And again, I'm citing my references, the instructors that helped me out, two authors, the year, APA Standards, PowerPoint, SJVC, Visalia, California. And if you have any questions, please give me a call. 1-877-367-7582, extension 22097. Thank you, and again, this is Tekla Patton from Student Services. I am a student advisor at SJVC Online. Have a great day.